Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy, and today I'm going to be talking about something that makes me feel very queasy, a little bit strange, not as queasy as, violence. I did a video talking about my low threshold for violence a long time ago. I think I was actually even wearing the same shirt in that video, this little yellow sleeveless shirt. But anyway, today I'm going to be talking about anime, something that I know that a lot of people enjoy, whether or not you're Japanese. A lot of people like to watch anime, and I see a very strong anime community here in Brazil where I live. It's actually very scary and cringy, because these people are literally obsessed with these things. Like, they watch a bunch of animes back to back all day long. They watch the same ones over and over again, and anime is a never-ending thing. There seems to be more anime than actual movies and TV shows, that aren't anime. So it's just a little frightening. Now, I have never gotten into anime despite being an avid lover of Japanese culture. I love everything having to do with Asia, but especially Japan, and like, I can be entertained by a lot of different things in Japan. Like, for example, reality TV. I really like watching Terrace House, and movies, depending on the kind of movies, I like to watch them as well, and regular series, and also South Korean soap operas, the dramas, I love to watch those too. But anime has never really I've never really sparked an interest in anime, and there are a few reasons for that. Now, the very first one, before I get into it, let me just say, if you happen to watch anime, if you consider yourself a fan of anime, look, that's cool, that's awesome, okay? Do not start dropping comments, suggesting anime for me to watch, because I will not. I don't care what you say. There are definitely people who are going to comment on the video saying that there are exceptions, that this and that. I don't care. I'm not going to give any chance to any anime, okay? Now, the first problem in and out of itself is a childhood trauma. When I was a kid, I don't know exactly how old I was, but I was still living in the United States, and my parents let me have access to open cable TV, so I could pretty much watch whatever the hell I wanted. There was no, it wasn't Comcast, there was no parental control. So what I had on TV, if they weren't around to supervise me, I could watch, and I actually distinctly remember, it was already nighttime. It was pretty late, before I went to sleep, because it was definitely a weekend, because my parents would let me stay up late to watch TV and stuff, so that's what I did. I started watching something, and I used to still like to watch cartoons back then, so I started flipping through the channels to look for something to watch, something related to Disney Channel or Nickelodeon maybe. Then I saw this thing, this weird, it was a cartoon, but it had a weird little washed out style, and I was like, what the hell is this, I do believe that, wait a second, I think it was actually, oh no, I think I was already an adolescent, because I did have, I think it was the channel where, the TV that I could already see what was written on the channel. It wasn't Comcast, but a little before. But anyway, I just think that the point is, I think I was a little bit older than I was remembering. But anyway, so I started watching something, then I looked at the tag and it said Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, what the hell is this? So out of curiosity, I flipped on the channel to watch it, and then there was somebody lying on the floor, a person, looked like a girl. Then a police officer, I believe it was, somebody turned her over, and I saw this ghostly, demonic face, like with the eyes sunken in, and like there was like a black hole where the mouth was, everything was washed out, and I was like, what the hell is that? So I don't even remember if I changed the channel or just turned off the TV, but I remember that I had trouble sleeping for a few days after that, so just that image alone by itself was enough to make me go, So anyway, after that, I'm surprised I didn't take off screaming like, I'm really surprised that didn't happen. But anyway, there was a very good chance that it traumatized me to a degree, not to the point where today I like to watch horror movies, I like to play horror games, so it didn't traumatize me to that degree, but it did make me not want to get into anime, but that's only reason number one, Now, I know that not all anime is around horror, there are actually some that aren't. There's some sports anime and some love dramas or romantic crap, whatever, but still, but in general, anime to me is very strange for this second reason here, hentai. Okay, now I am aware that not all anime is related to hentai, but it is a subcategory of anime that really unsettles me, because it's not like you're watching pornography or something. You're watching usually very young underage girls, because Japan has this thing where they sexualize girls to a degree that I don't know. It makes me feel like a pedophile for even watching, It's like there's a lot of pedophilia involved, because they take these girls who are clearly underage or who are old and make them look underage, and they always talk in these really high voices like, oh, come here, It's like, what the, I mean, I don't understand what the target audience is here, like what the market is, like who they're trying to, whatever. It just makes me feel weird, you know. And then hentai, they take these girls and then there's bondage involved with latex, and then there are these tentacles wrapping around them going up their buttholes, you know. It's just really weird, guys. It's very strange, you know. Hentai to me, I know that it doesn't involve all anime, it doesn't represent all anime, but it is a very strange subcategory of it, you know. So whenever I think of anime, my brain automatically goes to hentai, you know. So, and when it doesn't go to hentai, it goes to that childhood trauma of Ghost in the Shell. So, you know, now the thing with anime is that, like, all of them seem to be the same, you know. The style is the same, you know. Most anime comes from manga, which is the original Japanese comic strips, you know, that they adapt into what you see on TV. And sometimes it's weird because, like, I don't know, everything seems to be too similar. Everything is the same, you know. It's all in the same style and the same tropes and cliches. So it just seems way too generic for my taste, you know. And I don't really have any curiosity or interest in trying to watch anime, even if it's something that I like, that I might like, you know. For example, I really like soccer or football. I probably wouldn't watch the soccer all-stars thing. I'm starting to get into basketball, and I probably wouldn't watch the Koriko no basket thing. I wouldn't, guys. I don't want to. You know, I just do not want to, you know. It doesn't really, I don't feel the necessity, you know, of checking something out, you know. I know about the age-old concept of, you know, watch it so you can judge it, you know, like the whole open your mind before your mouth thing, but the few anime that I have been exposed to, I haven't liked, you know. And the more somebody tries to convince me to watch anime, the less I want to watch it, you know, because it actually gets annoying. Here in Portuguese, in Brazil, we have a term called otaku. I don't know if that's actually how you say it in Japanese or in English, but, you know, it's basically somebody who is obsessed with anime, who watches that, who even does cosplays, you know, of anime characters. It's really cringy and it makes you look like a virgin, so please stop. Now, I am aware that because I love Japanese culture so much, I am aware that anime represents a very big part of Japanese entertainment. You know, I do believe that it might be the second or third biggest entertainment market, because the first is video games. I think the gaming industry is the biggest market in Japan right now. But I think that anime, if it comes in a close place, if it comes in at second place, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, there is a very, very strong market for anime in Japan. Probably Korea too, but I think Japanese anime is more popular. You know, it's the ones that that are adapted, you know, into English languages. You know, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, they have been adapted into American versions, but they were the original Japanese anime version, I do believe, and they both come from original manga comic strips. So, you know, I actually was a really big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid. I actually even still have a few cards. I have a deck of cards that I'm actually looking to sell. You know, they're pretty rare holographic cards. I could probably make a good profit off of them. But I was also a little bit into Pokemon at some point, but I was always much more into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, you know, I can understand why the Japanese love anime so much, you know, but I don't know, I just really can't. Like, you know, it's my dream to get a Japanese girlfriend, you know. Imagine dating a Japanese girl. It's like a really personal objective for me right now. And if I happen to date a Japanese girl who's obsessed with anime and she tries to convince me to watch some, I don't know, man. Women have an effect over me that's hard to explain. They have a very strong effect on me, you know, and depending on the way she seduces me, I can probably do anything she wants, but anime is probably not gonna happen, you know. But who knows, you know, I could never say never. Maybe I could give one a chance someday, something that's not too hentai related or anything like Ghost in the Shell, you know. And I think the most popular anime right now is Naruto, you know, the Naruto series, where there are a bunch of them. There's Naruto Shippuden, there's, I don't know, there's one that has like 600 episodes, man. That's like 20 seasons, 20 or 30 seasons. I don't know how you people have the patience to watch that. It's like the people who watch Supernatural or Grey's Anatomy over and over again. There are 15 damn seasons, for crying out loud. But yeah, I mean, anime to me, guys, is just very, very awkward. You know, it makes me feel weird. It makes me feel strange. I don't like watching it. I really don't want to. So yeah, like, feel free. Like, if you're an otaku, you know, if you love anime, feel free to berate me in the comments all you want. You know, feel free to dislike the video if you want. I really don't care, because nothing is going to make me change my mind or my opinion, and I'm not going to start watching anime anytime soon, okay? The only exception, recently there was one that just by reading the synopsis, synopsis and what it was about, I did get a little curious, which was Attack on Titan. You know, that's probably the only one that I would want to watch, because I actually am legitimately curious about it, you know, because I watched a few videos over on Film Theory, you know, talking about Attack on Titan. You know, of course I gave myself a few spoilers, but it just seems a little interesting. It seems like right up my alley. But then again, when you take into consideration that you have really huge naked people called Titans eating other people graphically, you know, then there was even a live action movie, which was just disturbing as hell. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I wanted to tell you my opinion about this possibly very controversial topic. Anime is getting very popular. I realize that, but I don't feel like watching it anytime soon. So let's just leave it at that, okay? Please leave it at that. Do not bug me over this, okay? And that's it. Alright guys, that's it for now. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.